Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 14th day of February 2024. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. I hope your family's safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders who every day are saving lives, and those that pick up garbage for us to keep our streets and sidewalks clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of pornography, child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, double curses on the profiteers, and double curses on the perverts that create these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children, increasingly senior citizens, homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. So there's going to be a basketball game here in Florida, in Orlando, tonight. New York Knicks are playing the Orlando Magic. This can go one of two ways. The way I hope it goes is that the Knicks rest Donte DiVincenzo and Isaiah Hartenstein and just go to battle with the seven guys that Tom Thibodeau's going to play in their absence. And maybe they lose the game, but that's another story. What may happen is, because Tom has lost three straight, well, really he's lost two straight, which reminds me, Ian Begley reported yesterday that the New York Knicks filed a protest with the NBA over that game against Houston, which I know it's rare, but I think the Knicks will win this protest and they'll end up playing a 5-minute overtime in Houston at some point this season. So that could be a win. And the reason I think so is because when you look at the disparity in the foul call, in which everybody saw, there were other questionable calls, and then not only did Ed Malloy come out and say he blew the call, but the league reviewed it and said it wasn't a foul. So with all of that in the Knicks' favor, even though it's a rare thing, I expect this game to be replayed in the last 5 minutes, starting at 103 all, with the Knicks against the Rockets. So that would be, I'm thinking the Knicks will win that, because now you're going to be healthy coming back. So I think they're going to win that. But that's a hope. But for now, officially, the Knicks have lost three straight. They're going into tonight in Orlando against an Orlando team that is at full strength, but had a really tough loss last night against Oklahoma City. And this is the second night of a back-to-back for them. So the Orlando Magic are in a stronger position than the Knicks, but they are playing the second night of a back-to-back. The Knicks, having been rested yesterday, could come out, with some intensity. Well, they're going to come out with intensity, the Tom Thibodeau's New York Knicks. So tonight, I'm expecting Alec Burke to start at the 2. So it's going to be Brunson, Burke, and Hart. You're going to have Sims, and you're going to have Precious playing those 5 spots. Then you're going to have Bogdanovich and Deuce coming off your bench. That's going to be your 7-man rotation tonight, or at least it should be. If Tom decides to play Hartenstein and DiVincenzo, which I hope he does not, you're going to see the Villanova triplets out there along with Precious and Hartenstein, and then you'll have Jericho, Sims, Burks, Bogdanovich, and Deuce on your bench. But I hope that's not the case. I'd rather not see that, because this is the last game. The worst case scenario for the Knicks is they end their last games 4-5, their last 9 games, after losing OG Anunoby and being shorthanded oftentimes. So, and then losing Hartenstein for periods as well. So that's not bad. They'd be 33-22 going into the break, which, listen, all the Knick haters out there, and there's a lot of them that call themselves fans, 33-22, really good. And since Milwaukee lost last night, the Knicks would remain in the 4th seed. So, I think we're in good shape here regardless. So I hope that Tom does not play Hartenstein and Donte. Both of those guys, again, in the league, they will ask them, do you want to play? See, again, let me just explain this to you. In the NBA, it's not like college, so that there's some things involved. For example, lawsuits. So let's say Tom said to Hartenstein, you got to play tonight, or to DiVincenzo, you got to play tonight. And whatever, the Achilles on Hartenstein or the hamstring on DiVincenzo cause long-term damage to their health. Later on, those two players would be suing the Knicks and the NBA. Okay, that has happened before, and that's why you don't just, Tom doesn't have 100% authority to say go play. That's why they ask the medical staff, and then they ask the coach, and then the coach asks the player. That way, you got a consensus. That way, also, if later on something happens, everybody was involved, everybody agreed, everybody wanted to do this, and everybody signed off on it. So that's why some of you talking about Tom plays this player too many minutes or did whatever. You have to understand, there's more than just Tom here. Okay, it's the player, it's the medical staff. They're all involved. All right. So tonight, I'm hoping there's a consensus to sit these two guys. That way, you got rest. Both of those guys, every day that goes by helps. Okay, without them having activity. So now you would get at least 3 games, 3 nights, not 3 games, 3 days. Tonight, that's yesterday, tonight, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days where they can get treatment, and they get the highest level treatment in the Knicks medical staff. You get treatment, you get rest, and you get prepared because your next game is a week from tomorrow against Philly. Okay, so now they'll be prepared. They can get back on the court, get their timing back, be ready. I expect Julius Randle to be there. So we'll be in good shape. Hopefully nobody gets hurt tonight. Okay, but coming into the All-Star break, the biggest revelation is by far Precious Achiuwa. Like, I've been expecting him to be Charles Oakley 2.0. A lot of people, y'all could bear witness to that. Well, now you're seeing it. And with him, what I love about him is that once we get past the break, let's say when OG comes back, Julius and OG are along the front line, right? They get in foul trouble. Well, now, if they get in foul trouble, who's coming behind them? Precious Achiuwa. Okay? So you can go small at that point. Let's say OG gets in foul trouble. You move Ju to the 5, you bring in Achiuwa, you run small if you want, and you could run. Okay? So, or you could bring Precious in at the 5 with Ju next to him, and you bring Hart or Burks, and you run. See? So you don't lose much, is what I'm saying, with Precious in there, as far as the two things, one of the 2 important things of winning basketball in the NBA, defense and rebounding. You don't lose much, if anything, with him coming in the game. Plus, he has already shown he could play 40 minutes at a high level. Okay? So that's, to me, the biggest revelation coming out of this. Now, what could hurt the Knicks? I liked the trade that they did for Grimes to get Bogdanovich and Burks. And the reason I liked the trade was not for now, it's for the summer. Burks is an expiring $10 million. Bogdanovich has a non-guaranteed $19 million. That's $29 million that you can use with the plethora of draft capital you get to maybe get a Mikal Bridges. Some people talking about this cat. That's been debunked by today. If you look at Ian Begley, he said he was misquoted, and he was surprised the guy put that out there because Buck Begley said he never said the Knicks were after cat. So again, if it's not coming directly from Begley and people even using his name or using the name of Shams or using the name of Woj, there's a lot of clowns out there just trying to get clicks. Don't believe it, especially if it doesn't make sense. The Knicks are not trading Julius Randle, for all you that still don't understand that memo. They're not trading him, and they're not trading him to play him next to Cat. So, no. The Knicks are going to go into the summer. To me, the number 1 target is Mikal Bridges. And that's why this trade was good. Grimes wanted out. Some of you are saying he shouldn't have traded Grimes. You don't have a choice. If the kid wants out, he's not going to re-sign with you. Grimes wanted out. Evan Fournier wanted out. So you got rid of them contracts and you traded them for more expiring money and possibly a useful player in Burks, in my opinion. But that could be to me, if you play these 2 guys too much, we might have a problem. So right now, tonight is a game where Tibbs could really see further what he's got. I don't want to speak for everybody. I hate when people do that. I will say this. I think the majority of people that I've talked to on my channel from Knicks Nation now understand what I said a week ago. Bogdanovich can't play no defense. It ain't like he needs to get acclimated. He can't play no defense. Okay, so Burks is iffy on the defensive side. Burks, Bogdanovich, and Brunson on the floor together is a defensive nightmare. So we're going to see, Tom gets to see an experiment tonight with the absence of DiVincenzo, hopefully in the absence of Hartenstein. He gets to see where these guys are for sure. And looking, of course, this dude that is Thibodeau scours film, y'all. So it's not like he don't see what's happening. So he gets to see where he got with these guys right here and how he could best use them. I like how he used them both the last game. He seems to favor playing Bogdanovich more than Burks. And I kind of understand it because Bogdanovich is 6'7", like 230. So he's a big dude, and he's smart and he's tough. So maybe you could use that a little bit, but he is a defensive liability. So we'll see how he uses them tonight. And then he gets to use the break to study film, to study what he could do with them, if anything. I think he's going to favor Burks, though, eventually, because that's his grandson and grandkids, but we'll see what happens. But to me, you can't use these two guys too much because we already got a squad. We just waiting for Jew, OG, Mitch Rob, Hartenstein, and now Devo to come back, ready to go after the break. OG may not right away, neither may Mitch Rob, but if you could get Jew, Hartenstein, and DiVincenzo back at full strength with the squad we already got, we'll be in good shape. Then you add OG. I think early March, we could probably add OG. We're back, okay? So we just got to hopefully rest these two guys tonight, get right over the break, and then come back strong. It looks to me, I feel like the Knicks are going to win this protest, and they're going to get an opportunity to play that 5-minute overtime against Houston. Probably now Houston will have Fred VanVleet. The Knicks will also have a good part of their contention, if not all of them back. Yeah, we'll be ready for that. So the Knicks might get another win here. I expect them to. Meantime, I'll be at the game tonight. Section 105, row 5. No, I'm sorry, section 103. Section 103, row 5, seats 1 and 2, me and my brother. We're going to be there. It's going to be all good. Enjoy the game. We're going to go live tonight, too, with that. Shalom.